Dear friends, I have started to record videos on astropsychological subjects as well as on subjects of personal growth and feng shui since the beginning of this year. As I work in Czech Republic, I will mainly record in Czech language and from the time to time in English. Please interact and let me know if you are interested in certain topics, and I will answer and try to speak about them and create videos. In this video, I will talk about the astrological transits that will occur in the year 2015. First, I will mention difficult and demanding transits, and after that, prosperity and lucky ones. So-called lucky transits are really lucky if you are open to use them in a prosperous way, and difficult ones are such only if we are not ready to cooperate and change. We are all, as a humanity, going through tremendously transformative time since the year 2008, when the planet Pluto entered the sign of Capricorn. Pluto is the archetype of death and regeneration. Where Pluto passes, things changes and transform for good. When Pluto entered Capricorn, Saturn was in Virgo. And with this combination, many people started to have panic attacks and different types of anxiety. Especially this is true for those born in the 60s and people who have planets in the signs of Virgo and Pisces. Pluto does not have to be difficult if one respects his rules, that are, something must die if something should be born. The law of nature, that is Pluto's law, is stronger than human laws. When we forget about this, we suffer. This applies for the society and for individuals. So how many of us failed in understanding this law since the year 2008? Fortunately, those problems and fears will lessen in the years to come. Further, from the year 2012 and 2015, there is a square between Uranus and Pluto. It is influencing everybody, but especially cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorns. Many of those went through life-changing time, and all had to find new self. Shortly to say, in this process, Aries started to be more spiritual and less assertive. Cancers had to transform their attitude towards family and family life. Libras changed professions and developed new partnerships if they were lucky. Capricorns understood in a new way the relation of their body to their body, material possessions, and the feeling of security, which is extremely important for them. The square had influenced all others, of course, everyone in a different way. What is a good news is that this aspect will lessen as the year 2015 passes. If you already did the changes you were asked for, that is great. If you are still hesitating whether to make big shifts in those areas of your life that do not function well, I would encourage you to do it. Respect the power of those energetic patterns and go with the flow. Further serious topic is the planet Saturn, the archetype of hard work and physical manifestation. It has changed sign and transited from Scorpio to Sagittarius at the end of the year 2014. If people who have planets in the signs of Scorpio took the responsibility for themselves and their lives, now they can be satisfied since the year 2015 and on, and go further in developing the feeling of self-worth with the further transits of this planet. Nevertheless, Saturn will now question the life, personality, and partnerships of people born in Sagittarius or those who have planets in these signs. On mundane level, this transit will open serious questions about religion, foreign religions, foreigners, our beliefs, moral, ethics, education, teachers, all of the Sagittarian subjects. We are, as a collective, going to pass through the time of a big temptations, and we will have to prove that we can deal with those topics as the adults, not as the frustrated kids. We have seen already the effect of this transit, and instead of understanding it and making new structures, Western politicians enlarge the problem. As in the years 2015 and partly 2016, Saturn will make square to Neptune, which is a challenging aspect. On the mundane level, we will have difficulties in dealing with the mentioned topics the Saturn in Sagittarius creates. Why? Because Saturn is, as I said, the archetype of physical manifestation, while Neptune is the archetype of religion, daydreaming, and illusions. And it's very hard to match those two. On a more personal level, we are going to go through the time when we do not know what do we believe in, what do we want to reach, and what has a real meaning for us. So it's time to change the structure there. From the year 2016, when Saturn starts making trine to Uranus, things will get better and we will solve many of those mentioned problems. On the other side of Saturn is always Jupiter. Jupiter is the archetype of prosperity and wisdom, and he usually eases the effects of Saturn. Now Jupiter is in Leo, making Leo happy and eccentric. All of us have some part of our lives and personalities signified with the sign of Leo. This is the area where we can grow and expand now. Later, during the summer of the 2015, Jupiter will enter Virgo and things will look a bit different. Jupiter in his detriment in Virgo, which means in a weak position, but since there is going to be a stellium in Virgo from the 29th of October until the 1st of November, Virgos will have some excellent breakthroughs this year. So good luck! Virgos are going to be more and more in focus as the year passes by, as well as Pisces, because of the different reasons, but the main is perhaps that the nodes are changing signs. So you see, we are going now back to Pisces and Virgos, and we started with them in the year 2008. During the year 2050, Libras and Aries are completing their life-changing processes, and Virgos and Pisces are starting them. People marry with those aspects, have children, change jobs or countries, and so on. With all that, they completely change their perception of life. For all of us, changes of nodes will mean that we need to pay attention on our health, especially to pay attention on somatic and psychic problems and to understand how they have effects on each other. Otherwise, the year 2015 is very important as a transitional year in the period from 2008 to 2017. Fears and frustration will begin to lessen this year, but we will still have to work as individuals and as a collective on creating new values, new structures in the context of a huge changes that our consciousness is going through. Again, I mean individual and collective consciousness. They're all going to change. There are going to be really great moments this year that will help us to solve difficulties. So when will those moments happen? That is certainly the 1st of July and then the period from the 1st to the 10th of August. In those days, Venus, the archetype of beauty, personal values and love, will meet with Jupiter in Leo. This combination brings love, money, wealth, abundance and luck. So be there at that time. It is also worth remembering that Venus will pass the royal star Regulus from the 19th to the 31st of July, and this lovely journey may influence Libras, Taurus, Lions, and Virgos. Big and exciting surprises may come around the 22nd of July, when Jupiter and Uranus form the trine. One trine has happened already on the 3rd of March this year. This brings wonderful opportunities to Aries and Leos, but to air signs as well. I should say also which day could bring material gains. That is certainly 11th of October. It can bring money and prosperity for all of us. So if you are going through some important or challenging period, or you wish to learn more about yourself and life transitions you are going through, I invite you to a personal consultation. We can meet personally in Prague or talk via Skype or Viber. As I said at the beginning of this video, I can create detailed videos on certain topics or transits. Please let me know what are you interested in. So until next time, be the change you wish to see in the world and be fantastic.